Welcome back, folks. With me, Phil Too Real. You're watching the Mega Man X1 playthrough. We're going to take on Flame Mammoth next. And Flame Mammoth is a former member of the 4th Land. Flame Mammoth has fought in many missions in the Middle East. When Sigma begins his Maverick Rebellion, Flame Mammoth joins him to see as an opportunity to use his large size to go on a full-scale rampages without holding back. So it sounds like he just likes to fight. But I'll go back and read Chill Penguin Storm Eagles here in a minute, but if you take out Chill Penguin before you come to this level, the lava that I would normally be dying on right now is chilled off. Chill Penguin. And you don't have to worry about it. But you want to come to this level after getting the head part to get the arm part that Dr. Light's capsules above. It's a little bit of a tricky jump. It's a little bit awkward because how you have to make it. And it's well in your best interest to get this capsule.
This capsule contains a part. Hurry up. Which will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster. No, really, it's really good. It's worth the jump. You can use it to fire all types of weapons, X.
But Dr. Light makes a very good point here. You can fire all types of weapons. Unlike Megaman from the original series, when you have this arm part, unlike Megaman's weapons from the original series, you can charge the special weapons and get a secondary effect with the special weapons. But also, there's another way to get a upgraded Buster, which we'll talk about that in a later part. But if you go all the way down there to the corner, you get the free Heart Tank if you beat Chill Penguin first, or you beat Chill Penguin and you backtrack to this level. But we're also going to get a nifty energy tank. And one thing I didn't say about energy tanks, you can reuse them over and over and over again, provided you refill them. And there's a level in particular that I'm going to visit quite often behind the scenes in order to get my energy tanks filled up all the way. But we should have 2 right now. And then, while in the middle of playing this level and just getting all the way back, because all the death hazards are taken care of because, we beat Chill Penguin, because, that's real chill. But let me talk about Chill Penguin since I'm making puns with him. Chill Penguin was designed to operate in sub-zero temperatures, which made him a natural fit for the 13th Polar Unit. However, he grew bored of working at the South Pole with little to do. This made it easy for Sigma to sway him to the side. He saw his chance to return to civilization, destroy his own commander, escaping to join Sigma and his new Maverick army. And I'm pulling this from the Megaman wiki in case I didn't say it yet, but it sounds like Sigma's quite the charismatic figure to get all these former Maverick hunters to join his side and become the very thing they've, were programmed, or I guess not programmed because, they have the ability for free will, but to go against what they were designed to do. But with that said, we're going to take on Flame Mammoth, and Flame Mammoth's weapon that he's weak against is the Storm Tornado. Interestingly enough, if you come in here with Boomer Kuwanger's weapon, the Boomerang Cutter, you can actually cut off Flame Mammoth's trunk to render some of his attacks null and void. But we don't have Boomer Kuwanger's weapon. We only have the Storm Tornado, so it's pretty awesome. So you see there, it's whittling down his HP a lot. And one strategy you could do is to just stay on the walls as long as you can before he gets to you, and then jump over him and just use Storm Tornado, and then he will go down really fast and easy. So yeah, that's awesome. And we will get, I think it's the Flame Wave. That's the weapon that we will get from him. Doo-doo. Let's see, it is the Flame Wave, a Fire Wave, my bad. So, it makes a little flamethrower. This is actually one of my more favorite weapons, because the attack gives the enemies very few invincibility frames, so you can rack up quite a bit of hits with it. The next Maverick we're going to take on is Spark Mandrill, which, out of all the Mavericks, aside from Sigma and Vile, there's a small cameo in the old Megaman cartoon and Mega Man X makes an appearance in that cartoon. But I digress. If you come in here after beating Storm Eagle, the airship that Storm Eagle was on actually crashes in here. And something I forgot to mention about that part. As you beat Storm Eagle and he's blown up, it almost feels like the background behind the plane is getting faster, and it's like kind of collapsing and falling down. So it kind of makes a little bit more sense why that airplane is here all destroyed. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So Spark Mandrill. Spark Mandrill was a Maverick Hunter that served in the 17th Elite Unit directly under Sigma's command alongside X and Zero. When Sigma starts his rebellion, Mandrill blindly follows his boss and joins him in destruction, being labeled a Maverick for it. So it sounds like he's all brain, or not all brain, all brawn and no brain, which kind of fits his description in the cartoon, the one episode that Megaman X characters were in. But this little lovely thing, I like to use the Storm Tornado on, and since we deprive the area of electricity, one of his more damaging attacks is gone. You'll see like a little puff of smoke underneath him. That should have been a Thunderbolt, I believe. It's been a long time since I played this game without going in the order I normally go, but I think he's supposed to shoot a lightning bolt from underneath him. And since I haven't talked about Storm Eagle's stuff, Storm Eagle is a leader in the 7th Airborne Unit of the Maverick Hunters. His first reaction to Sigma's Maverick revolt is to fight against him, but upon facing Sigma being defeated, he surrenders and joins the rebellion rather than being destroyed. So it sounds like he didn't really want to get retired, as the Maverick Hunters call the machines, the Reploids that they're, I guess, Mavericks that are enemies of humanity. Call them retired, because, you know, you're retiring old tech for new, better tech. But it's a little bit hard to get the heart tank in here without Boomer Kuwanger's weapon, but you can most certainly do it without. I'm going to demonstrate here. But is here, the flamethrower weapon is one of my favorite weapons here, because as I said, the enemies get very, very few invincibility frames. But to get the heart tank here, you got to do a little bit of a tricky jump. You got to dash jump off the wall and then quickly go back, push your momentum back towards the wall to get the heart tank. So you can most certainly do it without the Boomer Kuwanger's weapon. But if you do have Boomer Kuwanger's weapon, you can shoot the boomerang. It will attach itself to the heart tank and it will bring it back to you, which that's the only way that I know of to get the energy tank in this level. We can't get it right now because we don't have Boomer Kuwanger's weapon. So we're gonna go through this level, and then Spark Mandrill's Spark Mandrill's level, probably like I said in Storm Eagle's level, is one of my 3 favorite themes in this level from the 8 Mavericks. Sigma's level is very, very awesome, and that's in a category of its own in my opinion. But Spark Mandrill's, I always say always mess up his name, but his level has one of my favorite themes. And Spark Mandrill's weakness is the shotgun ice. And if you have shotgun ice, you can make this fight an absolute joke. Unfortunately, I'm going to botch it up, like per part of the course, right? But as soon as you shoot shotgun ice at him, he'll freeze. And then if you wait for him to thaw, if you can just count for a few seconds and you shoot it, once his arms go down, he'll break out and be like, "Ah!" And then his arms will go down. And then you can shoot him and get him into a lock looped right here. But if you give him like a moment, he'll be able to do an attack. But he goes down absolutely no problem. It almost looks like Megaman X like slaps him with shotgun ice at the end. He's like, "Aah!" But that is the end of Spark Mandrill, one of the easier Mavericks with his weakness. Actually, all of them are, of course, easy with their weaknesses, but Spark Mandrill in particular is super easy. But with that, we will get you got Electric Spark. Electric Spark it's an okay weapon. It's not anything super duper useful, just the bosses it's strong against. But with that said, we will take on the next evil Maverick, which is, I don't know why I went back to Spark Mandrill. Oh no, I remember why, because I was going to show off the exit feature. So once you beat a Maverick, you can go to the menu and then escape. So you don't need to buy that part like in the later regular Megaman games. But we'll go after Armored Armadillo. And behind the scenes, that's where I saved and quit. So if you notice my energy tanks being empty, that is because I came back and picked this up later. So we are going to go through Armored Armadillo's level. And one thing about Armored Armadillo's level, they have those rail cars on them that you can jump on to zip and zoom through the level really quickly. But Armored Armadillo's level is the level that I used to grind. That one bat that had like non-mechanical features. that has a higher chance, I think, of dropping an extra life. So I like to go here and farm extra lives there. And also the bats will drop a lot of health. There's so many of them. And I feel like the bats have a higher percent of dropping energy pellets, so you can recharge your energy tanks. But there's a drill bot here, or I guess a robot that will clear out the mine. But if you use a storm tornado, or especially the flame wave or fire wave, you can take it out really easy. And this is how you want to destroy the second one. You don't have to destroy the first one. Just go jump over it and then go back and get the energy tank. But Armored Armadillo. Armored Armadillo was designed to fight underground, serving as the leader of the 8th Armored Unit from the Maverick Hunters. When Sigma begins his rebellion, Armadillo follows him out of unquestionable loyalty. Unquestionable loyalty, sorry. But yeah, the level is really, I feel like it's a little bit fast-paced, which is good. There's a lot of spikes. There's a lot of death traps, particularly at the very end when you're trying to get a special secret item. But I like to just, you know, when you're on these tracks, you can do a few things. You can use Sting Chameleon's weapon, the Sting Shot, to make yourself invincible, to go through without getting hit, or you can just use the Buster. But that's how I like to take out those excavator robots or mechanoids, so you can beat it really quickly to get to this heart tank. If you do not take out that robot, it will clear off the jumpable area that you can wall jump to, and you won't be able to get that heart tank. And here, if you're trying to get the super special item at the end of the game, once you get all the Maverick items, all the heart tanks, all the energy tanks, I think that's what you have to do to get a super special weapon here. But we won't talk too much about that. That's not in this part. But know that this part here, you want to get that energy pellet that's up there. But we're going to go back here, and we're going to go and fight Armored Armadillo, who's weak against a spark shot. One thing about Armored Armadillo, if he's already curled up in his ball form like this, how he busts in, you can't do any damage to him until he stands still and spark shot like that. And then he'll lose his armor, and then you can hit him no matter if he's in his ball form or not. And when you hit him with the spark shot, it breaks his pattern. He'll either shoot little head cannon shots at you, or he'll curl up in the ball and bounce all around the place. And I find that once you take the armor off and he does that bouncing off the walls things, he does it a lot less. He bounces off a lot less than when he does have the armor. But other than that, really easy boss fight. And I believe the weapon we get from Armored Armadillo is the Rolling Shield, which is, I hate the weapon, and it is the weakness against the final boss of the game, and I think it's a bit of a joke, I feel. He just shoots a ball that rolls. Anywho, enough of that weapon. I don't really like that weapon, but it is what it is. In my opinion, it's one of the least best weapons in the game, except for the charged version of it. But now we're going to take out the evil, I forgot, I know it's Octopus, I forgot his name. Launch Octopus, there we go, Launch Octopus. Who was once a Maverick Hunter in the 6th Naval Unit alongside his close friend, Volt Kraken, aka Squid Adler. I love the original names of Megaman X5 Mavericks, but I digress. When Sigma began his Maverick Rebellion, Octopus was among the first to join him, sharing his goal of creating a nation only for Reploids. So, his goals aligned with Sigma, so he's like, you know what, I'm going to go and join you. My interests align with you. But with this level, just like regular Mega Man, when you're underwater, X has a very high jump. And like most water levels in Mega Man, there's also spikes. Not nearly as much, because you have enhanced mobility with Mega Man X because the dash, and then I just feel like you have much tighter control with Mega Man X. But these subs here, you can take them out a number of ways. I like to use the Storm Tornado because you get quite a few hits. But the Buster will certainly do very, very well. But the reason why I like using the Storm Tornado is it'll take out these little spears that appear on the side. And you can use it to preemptively destroy them. And that was me charging up the Storm Tornado and unleash its secondary attack, which creates a giant tornado, which is kind of what Launch Octopus uses against you in this level. But we're going to continue on. There's going to be another one of those fights, which is a lot more dangerous because you're on a platform situated between spikes, and spikes are also lethal hazards for Megaman X. Unfortunately, Dr. Light spent all the upgrades on Megaman's Buster and the automatic energy refiller that X has when he just uses a regular X Buster. Did not upgrade his feet equipment at all. Why, I don't know. But I'm gonna actually lose to this boss because I make the unfortunate mistake of not not running away fast enough. But I'm going to go ahead and take this thing out with the Mega Buster. It goes down pretty quickly, in my opinion. But you can, of course, use a Storm Tornado, but I'm holding my Storm Tornado for more enemies, I think, if I remember right. Or I think I maybe should stop using Storm Tornado. But I believe we have one more of those subs that we need to take out. But you need to be very careful. You don't want to advance too fast because there's a secret boat that we need to short. I mean, I guess it's not really secret because it's dropping depth charges and missiles all on you and everything. But this right here, wait for this tornado thing to shoot you up. Jump up and get on top of the boat and then shoot the light. Just keep shooting the light and then it'll blow up and it'll sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. And it will create a hidden path that you need to follow in order to get the heart tank for this level. So make sure you do that. It's a pretty easy heart tank to get. Actually, there's not a third sub. It's a similar mini boss that you're going to fight down here. So go down here and go to the right, and you're going to fight an eel because you know this is the eel deal. Oh man, I still remember all my puns from the Crash Bandicoot 2 playthrough. But this eel is weak against the. Well, I like to use the Mega Buster. I think it's good enough. But you shoot it in the head or the tail, and it will take damage. So just remember, you can hit the tail or the head. When you're dropping down, if you can remember where the pillars are, if you drop right on the pillar that's in the background, like you just follow it down, you'll land on a safe spot. So stay really close to pillars if you have to jump off the eel, and then you'll be okay. So stay on top of the pillar, so to speak, in the background, and a little bit to the right of it, and you'll land safely. And once you destroy this eel, you can go all the way to the right and get a heart tank. And this will increase our bar a little bit more. So Megaman X is getting a little bit beefy. And then with the armor chest upgrade that we'll get in Sting Chameleon's level at the end of the 8 Mavericks, Megaman X's defensive capabilities will be very, very, very thoroughly enhanced. So we're going to find another one of those eels here. A lot easier because there's no depth spikes here, so just unload on the thing. Just hit it with your X Buster. I guess you could use Storm Tornado or any of the other weapons. Maybe if you get really close, I think the the fire wave will do a lot of damage. But you have to be really close because you know the water is going to put out the fire. But I guess the steam will do some damage. But Mega Buster is good enough. And once we take him out, we'll get to Launch Octopus, and then we can take him out. And his weakness is the Rolling Shield. I really don't know how that's even a weakness, but you know it is what it is. But just like Flame Mammoth, if you come here with Boomer Coanger's weapon and you hit him with Boomer Coanger's weapon, you actually cut off his tentacles, which in a way you disable some of his attacks, but I also feel it makes him a little bit more erratic because he's just going to spam his homing torpedo. But Rolling Shield is good enough to take him out. You don't really need to cut off his limbs, but I'm going to do that whenever we have a rematch with him. So as you see there, he's just shooting all of his attacks. He'll do his little spinning attack there that will draw you in. It won't necessarily hurt you, but it'll bring you to him, and then you'll take contact damage once he crashes into you. And this is it. This is really all of his attacks. And he does get a little bit stunned with Rolling Shield, but he doesn't really reset his pattern. He just continues on doing his thing. So, with that, we will take him out, and he will be done. And that will be the end of the second part, and I will catch you on the third part, folks. Do 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 do. See you, folks, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.